This is why you should join the military as soon as you possibly can. So I joined at 26. I'm currently 28. I've been in for 2 years. I'm enlisted currently as a specialist in the Army, and I just dropped a packet to go to OCS, which is Officer Candidate School. The reason I enlisted and didn't go OCS at the beginning was because I didn't complete my college degree, but now that's done, so I'm swapping to the officer side. Much more prestige, higher pay, etc. But I'm going to dive into why you should join the military as soon as you possibly can. So, joining at 26, my biggest regret was not joining at 17 years old. The reason I would have joined at 17 is because I would have loved the discipline. I would have loved the time you have with yourself to figure out your life's goals and dreams. You have a ton of time in basic training and a ton of time in AIT to sit and kind of fester in what you actually want to do with this life. And I think that that would have posed better at 17 than it did at 26 for me. Although I wish I would have joined earlier, I'm super happy I joined at 26 because sometimes people don't join until 30 or 35. I was worried I was going to be the oldest person in my platoon or training, but that just wasn't even the case. There was my PG, my leader for a little bit there was like 38 years old. So if you think it's too late, it's never too late. I would always rather do something than be 95 and have regrets that I didn't do something, you know? But yeah, I just wish I would have joined earlier. It would have helped with my discipline. It would have given me time to figure out exactly what I wanted to do in life. It would have made me more mature. I think I struggled a little bit with kind of like discipline and authority before joining the military. I'm much better with authority now. It definitely changed my life in many ways. The community that it gives you is incredible. That's a huge piece of it as well. You know, a lot of people join the military. So I'm in the reserves, right? So we drill one weekend a month, but I love seeing all of my battle buddies. I absolutely love going to drill. I love talking with them. I love going to lunch with them, all of these things, right? It's just an incredible community. But within that community, you get a lot of like first responders or government employees. So like, there's a ton of police officers, firefighters, and I love spending time with them as well because they tend to be similar minded, you know? So now I'm in the process of becoming a firefighter, and that's all great. And a lot of them are military, so it kind of overlaps, you know? So the military will open up other doors for you in your life. I love the real estate space. I invest in real estate. I have 8 rental properties, and that treats me very well. Treats my family very well as too. But there's not as big of a community in that as the military has given me. You know, like everybody in the world's a realtor basically. Like there's so many of them. But you're 1099 self-employed, so I'm sitting at home doing maybe outbound calls or marketing or meeting people or whatever the case is. But I think I need to balance real estate with like being a firefighter, for example. I think that that would be a perfect balance, you know. But the military opened my eyes to firefighting, so that's kind of it led me in another direction. And you never know where the military is actually going to lead you, right? So if you're concerned or confused, just jump into the military, and it'll take you where you need to go. There's different federal, you could go to FBI, CIA, 3-letter agencies. You could go to kind of like a local government situation, or you could do politics. There's like the military is a hub for kind of propelling yourself forward. Even if you serve active for a contract or 2 or 3, or if you want to stay in, if you want to be a lifer in the Army full time, like by all means do it, you know. But if you want to serve one contract active, then jump out and back to the civilian space, and that gives you credibility. It's on your resume, which is a huge thing. I didn't really understand how big of a kind of credential the military was to have on your resume. You know, I was like, okay, yeah, like the military is great, but like the people that really understand the military and have been through the military, like they really know what you went through. So they really, like, if you're applying for a job, somebody has military on and one person doesn't, if that person knows about the military or whatever the case is, they're definitely going to pick you if you had military and the other person didn't, you know? So I didn't really understand how impactful of a resume builder it was, but it's been huge. I also think it's good for your health. You know, with the height and weight requirements, you have to stay up to date with your running, swimming. Sorry, you have to stay up to date with like kind of your health. You know, you have to pay more attention than just your average civilian. I have an Ironman hat on here. The military got me into running half Ironmans and marathons, and I plan on running a 100-mile race and a full marathon and doing all of these things, And if it wasn't for the military, I don't know if I would have done that. Probably because it's always been like a marathon's always been on my to-do list. But I had so much time to sit and think with my in basic training in AIT. I was like, I'm just going to knock out a marathon like right after I get out of training because I was healthy anyways. I had been running a ton. So it was really cool to knock that out. And maybe that's something you get into as well. It seems like there's a lot of military people kind of in the like distance running or Ironman triathlete space, which is also very cool. I mean, you always see people, it kind of ties in with rucking, but you always see people running marathons in military gear, whether it's Army, Navy, Air Force, whatever the case is. And it's nice to have those people in the community and to be able to relate to them. I love being able to relate to people that are in the military, because again, it's an instant icebreaker. It's instant trust with that other person. So that is another cool thing. But yeah, there's no need to wait to join the military. I would recommend doing it as fast as you possibly can. I would highly suggest, if your kids don't know what to do, I would highly suggest maybe, hey, go check out the military, go talk to a recruiter, do some research, etc. So yeah, hopefully this video was helpful for you. Military's changed my life. I hope it could change yours as well. I take people from new recruits to wealthy veterans. My method is real estate. Every time you PCS, you should be buying real estate and stacking your portfolio. If you PCS 4 times, well, you got 4 properties. You're off to the races. That's a nice portfolio. It's great for retirement. It's great for cash flow, etc. So please like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.